North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. Dramatised by Lin Coghlan. Episode 1.
Margaret! Margaret! Oh, hush, Tony, shush, shush, shush. Margaret, there you are. Where are your mother and father?
I've not yet arrived, Aunt.
Not yet arrived. And Edith is still asleep.
Was there anything I can do, Aunt?
Oh, Tiny, shush, 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 shush. Tiny's upset. Shawls. Expense in your dear cousin's trousseau, but she must have all the shawls and Indian scarves that the General gave me, which I will never wear again.
I'll see to them, Aunt.
Oh, and the ladies are waiting and your dear mother not arrived. Tiny, I know, there's so much to do.
Well, Edith is very happy, I think.
I so wanted my dear girl to marry for love. Oh, Mary, the door.
Yes, ma'am. Father!
Oh, there you are, Richard.
My dear, and Margaret.
Where's my sister?
I'm afraid she's indisposed.
Indisposed? Oh, Mary, more hot water for the drawing room.
Yes, ma'am.
Is my sister ill?
She sends her apologies.
Father, come and sit down.
Oh, and Mary,
Yes?
take Miss Edith tea and tell her she is expected in the drawing room. Oh, and show Reverend Hale to his room.
Oh, I can do that, Aunt.
Absolutely not. Henry is so looking forward to seeing you.
Well,
Don't concern yourself, Margaret. We will speak later.
To marry early. I was sure she would be married before 19.
My dear brother considers himself a very fortunate man.
Excuse me. Mary, do make sure that Foster has brought up the General's travelling trunk with the brass corners.
And Margaret, whenever I've seen you lately, you've been heavily employed in your cousin's service.
yes. I wonder if marriage must always be preceded by such a whirlwind.
And after your cousin's wedding, you'll return to Helston.
Yes,
Oh, you've lived here a long while, I think.
9 years.
Do you remember your father's house?
Of course. There's a church and a few cottages near it on the green with roses growing all over them.
You make a pretty picture.
It's not a picture. I'm telling you about Helston as it really is.
Oh, forgive me. Only it sounded like a village in a story rather than real life.
It is like a village in a poem. But I won't try to describe it any more. You would only laugh at me.
Margaret,
Mama, Henry,
are you well rested, Edith?
not even slightly. There's so much to do, I feel as weak as a leaf.
Oh, Edith, come and sit down. You look pale. Oh, how I wish your poor mother could have been here, Margaret.
I will be sure to tell her everything, Aunt.
She married your father for love, of course. What else can she have to wish for in the world? Edith, come.
Coming.
Ask to see you, perhaps after dinner,
To see me?
if you'd be so kind.
The drawing room is full of people. I cannot say who half of them are. Come and sit by the fire.
What she might wear.
Oh, poor mother.
We live so modestly in comparison to your aunt.
But I'm sure Aunt Shaw would have been more than happy to provide her with something.
Of course, but your mother, she must have her dignity.
Yes.
Perhaps it is just as well she's not here. I am no longer to be a minister in the Church of England.
But... Oh, why?
I cannot ignore my doubts.
Doubts? About your faith?
Not that. I was offered a new position by the bishop.
But, well, that's wonderful.
You don't understand. It would have been necessary for me to make a fresh declaration of my faith. I could not do it.
But why, Father?
One must agree in one's very heart to all the scriptures, every teaching, and to be sincere. I could not.
Oh.
I thought perhaps I could stay quietly in Helston and strangle my conscience, but I found it impossible.
Oh.
Your mother's home. She gave up so much for me. She might have married a wealthy man.
Well, what does she say?
I'm a poor coward, Margaret. I know so well your mother's life has not been all she hoped, all she had the right to expect. This will be such a blow to her. She must be told, though.
Where are we to go?
To Milton Northern.
But, Father, why? It's so far away.
Your godfather came from there, and he can help me find students. I must earn a living for my family. Margaret, my dear girl. Mother for me when we are home.
I don't know how I could say such a thing.
Poor Maria, poor Maria. If only I were not married, if I were but myself in the world, how easy it would be. As it is, I have not the courage to tell her.
Father, please, don't worry, please. I will tell her, but when we get home, I will find a way.
Margaret, there you are. Aunt sent me to find you. Peacefulness of Helston. I'm sorry for not understanding it. I would value any place that you should love.
Even Helston is not always perfect.
You'll leave tomorrow, once the wedding's ended.
Yes,
Will you miss your London friends?
of course. My aunt will wonder where I am.
Margaret, please. I haven't much to offer, it's true, but there are some prospects, and I do love you, almost in spite of myself. Something?
I didn't know you cared for me in that way.
Forgive me, I've been too abrupt.
You're my friend, Henry. I could never think of you as anything else.
I'm not a man given to romance, but you have changed me. It's passion which has made me so. But I may hope, may I not? Not yet, I see that, but perhaps in time.
Margaret! Margaret! Captain Lennox!
Margaret.
Please, Henry, please, let's forget this conversation ever happened.
I fear you will catch your death of cold, ma'am.
Mother is well wrapped up, Dixon.
Where is your father? Such change at our age.
This is our carriage. I've shown Father where he must collect the tickets. I thought you might have been glad to leave Helston, dearest. You've never been well there.
You can't think the smoky air of a manufacturing town, or chimneys and dirt, would be better than our old home.
Ah, my dears.
Now let us get on board so that we may settle ourselves.
Settle? I shall never be settled again.
Come along, Mother. Hold my arm.
Yes.
Guy.
As black as coal, like a great awful thing about to smother us.
What? What is it?
Nothing, Mother. We should be there soon.
I dreamt we were back in Helston. Oh, Dixon.
Your godfather has assured me he has found us a good house to make our home.
Milton Northern, next stop. Milton Northern.
Richard, what has happened to the light?
This is a great city, Mother. We expected it would look quite different.
Oh, and the smell.
My dears, this is God's parish as well as any other. Bell said that it was the opening up of this place that caused his property to rise so much in value.
Wait, move on there.
Is it always so busy?
Well, there's many a cart leaving the mills at this time of day, sir.
Cover your face with your shawl, ma'am.
Come now, Dixon, there's nothing to fear from the labour of good, honest men.
Except the smoke, sir. The men that rule us from Parliament say it gets in our lungs and clems us, to be sure.
And this is to be our home. Oh, Richard.
I prefer it. It will be easier for us to make it our own. Some rugs and a warming fire. It will be the friendliest of houses.
Well said, Margaret.
Indeed, ma'am. It is beyond endurance.
Dixon, the best thing we can do for Mother is to get her room ready so she can rest, while I make her a cup of tea.
Your strength, Margaret.
Come and sit down, Father.
What if your mother is right? I do believe this is an unhealthy place. She's already of a delicate constitution.
We are here now, so we must make the best of it. Is there any money?
A little. And I hope to find some students.
Well then, we must do what we can to manage, and we will.
The doorbell, miss.
I can hear that, Dixon. Will you answer it?
Am I meant to answer doors?
Then I shall.
No, that will never do.
Whoever can it be? Who is it, Dixon?
Mr. Hale. My name's Thornton of Marlborough Mill. I'm a friend of Mr. Bell.
Of course, he said you might call on us.
He asked me to do all I could to find you a suitable house.
How kind. This is my daughter, Margaret.
Miss Hale.
Mr. Thornton.
I trust you find everything convenient.
The rooms above would chill the dead.
Thank you, Dixon.
I thought, being newly arrived, it would suit you not to be too distant from the town.
You're most kind.
Mr. Thornton, I'd be grateful for the name of the landlord, if you would be so good. There is not enough furniture for our needs, and given the rent he charges, I think he might spare us a little more consideration.
Oh. Do you wish me to meet with him?
Oh, there is no need. Thank you. I shall speak with him myself.
Oh, I'll ask him to call on you. When it is convenient, I would be most grateful if you would consider me as your student, sir.
Of course. And what subject do you wish to study?
The classics. I've not had as much time for personal improvement as I might wish. What with my responsibilities at the mill.
Well, the classics are always a joy. Give me...
The smoke. It will soon turn about.
Ah, yeah, I expect we have much to learn.
Yes. Good day, Miss Hale.
Mr. Thornton.
Good day.
Yes.
Oh dear. I didn't expect him to want to shake my hand. How awkward.
They do things differently here.
What a gruff fellow. I shouldn't like to bargain with him. He looks about as flexible as a fence post. Room. I've helped her with the fire. Here, Mother, please. You must eat.
You have made us a feast, Margaret. Tomorrow we will go about finding a kitchen maid.
If anyone had told me when I was Miss Beresford and one of the belles of the county that any child of mine would have to stand half the day in a poky little kitchen, I should not have believed it possible.
It was Dixon who knew the recipe.
Oh, we had a visitor earlier, Mr. Bell's friend Thornton.
What was he like?
He's as tall as a tree. How old did you say, Father?
Perhaps 30.
Not quite a gentleman, but that is hardly to be expected.
Not vulgar or common, though.
Oh, no. Altogether a man who seems to be made for his calling in life. Strong and dour, has become as a tradesman.
Well, don't call the Milton manufacturers tradesmen, Margaret. They are very different.
Oh, I thought the word applied to anyone who has something to sell, but if you think it incorrect, I won't use it.
Oh, it was good of Bell to help me to find connections in the town.
You will be the best of teachers, Richard.
I shall do my best.
The window of your room looks out upon a brick wall, Margaret.
Bedrooms are for sleeping. I have no need of a view. Not with the whole town waiting to be discovered.
Butchers and bakers.
Cheer up, old lass who's got a face like a bent pot.
If we do not go about the town, how shall we ever find a kitchen maid? Now you go to the butcher's, buy 2 good pounds of meat, and ask for a recommendation for a local girl who might help us.
2 pounds of meat.
Lamb. It will not be so expensive as beef. I shall go to the baker's.
Make way!
Oh, careful, miss.
Come out of the way!
Oh, thank you. I didn't see.
Look at your bonny snowdrops. You been gathering them?
Yes, there were just a few by the stables.
Best and prettiest grow down by the bridge. It's like a little Garden of Eden there.
Please, do take them. For helping me.
Oh.
The name's Higgins and this here is my girl, Bessy.
Margaret Hale.
Thank you. Well, Bessy likes flowers. You're not of this country, I reckon.
No, I come from the south. From Hampshire.
Ah, that's beyond London, eh? And yet you see north and south has met and made kindly friends in this smoky old place.
Oh,
Hey.
Oh, Bessy, are you ill?
just not very strong today.
Well, it's the harshest time of year. Spring is coming.
Spring nor summer will do me good.
Poor lass. She's ailing a long time now.
Where do you live?
We put up...
I thought I might visit and bring you something to build your strength, Bessy.
We're in no need for your charity.
Oh, I do beg your pardon. No, I simply meant, Bessy did me a great service. Do forgive me.
Well, you're a foreigner and maybe don't know many folk here, and you've given my wench flowers, so you may come if you like.
Thank you.
You'll not forget to come and see us.
Come on, Bess. There's the mill bell ringing.
Goodbye.
To come to tea tonight.
Oh, it's hardly convenient, Richard. Dixon is washing my muslins. They are black from the soot and there is no soft water.
The wind is veering round, my dear.
East or west wind. I suppose the man still comes.
Mr. Thornton looks like the kind of man who would enjoy doing battle with any kind of weather. The more it rains and blows, the more certain we are to have him.
I don't know that you will ever like him, Margaret. He is not a ladies' man.
I certainly don't hold that against him. And he comes here as your friend.
The only one in Milton.
So we will give him a welcome and some coconut cakes. Dixon will be flattered if we ask her to make some.
I thought you were visiting that friend of Mr. Bell's.
So I am, Mother. I've come home to dress.
When I was a girl, young men were satisfied with dressing once in a day. Why should you dress to take a cup of tea with a parson?
Mr. Hale is a gentleman and his wife and daughter are ladies.
Wife and daughter? Never mentioned them before.
I've never met Mrs. Hale and I've only seen the daughter once.
Describe her to me.
Well, she thinks herself rather above me. She wouldn't shake my hand.
How rude.
Ladies don't expect to shake the hands of men such as myself.
Nonsense. She might have her eye set upon you.
I hardly think so, after one meeting.
Rich husbands are always a prize, and she is a woman just the same as the rest.
She sees me as in some way beneath her.
Well, she's no business turning up her nose.
All I know is that they are friendless and in a strange place, so they may be in need of some little act of kindness. I shall tell you what Mrs. Hale is like tonight. Might be lifted high above a pile.
A pile?
A horizontal post.
Ah.
So that it might be dropped with such force to drive the object deep into the ground. It might be used for forging iron too.
How interesting. A hammer driven by steam. Man's intelligence is a wondrous thing.
More tea, Mr. Thornton?
Oh, thank you. I won't deny that I'm proud of belonging to a town which gave birth to such a great invention.
Indeed.
I would rather be a man toiling here than lead a more prosperous life in the south.
I think you do not know much about the south, Mr. Thornton. We may not have your inventions, but there is also less suffering to be seen.
Go on.
Here, men go about the streets looking ground down by life itself. In the south, we have our poor, it's true, but they do not have the same look. As if they were suffering some injustice.
Injustice? Well then, Miss Hale, may I say, if I do not know the south, you do not know the north.
At any rate, Mr. Thornton, you will allow that Milton is a much more smoky and dirty town than you will ever meet with in the south.
I deny you that, but we are bidden by Parliament to decrease our smoke.
Well, I've heard it's possible to make the chimneys themselves consume it.
I altered mine before Parliament meddled in the affair.
I only know it is impossible to keep muslin blinds clean here above a week.
You seem to have a strong objection to legislation, Mr. Thornton.
I have. I grant you the rapid development of the cotton trade often made for masters with no sense of justice, but now the power of the masters and men is more evenly balanced. The battle is pretty fairly waged between us.
Indeed.
We do not need Parliament to interfere in our affairs.
Is it necessary to call it a battle between the two classes?
A man is not condemned to his class. It is one of the great beauties of our system that a working man may raise himself into the power and position of a master.
You consider all who are unsuccessful in raising themselves up your enemies, Mr. Thornton?
Their own enemies, certainly. I believe that this suffering, which Miss Hale says she can see on the faces of people, is but the natural punishment for poorness of character.
Truly?
16 years ago, my father died under very miserable circumstances. I was taken from school and had to become a man. I had such a mother as few are blessed with, a woman of strong power. I worked in a draper's shop. I saved what I could. I remade myself.
But you had the rudiments of a good education, Mr. Thornton. You had read Homer.
What preparation was that for the life I had to lead? None at all.
Well, I don't agree with you there. Were you not inspired by the simplicity of the Homeric life?
Not one bit. I was too busy earning my bread. But now my circumstances have changed, and I can turn back to my books and enjoy them.
The size of that man is insufferable.
Your face did little to disguise your feelings.
Father, I'm sorry. I like that account of himself as a boy, but everything else revolted me. His description of being a shop boy was the only thing of any nobility.
I'm surprised, Margaret. You were always accusing people of being shoppy at Helston.
Was I?
Richard, I don't think you should have introduced Mr. Thornton to us without telling us what he'd been. His father dying in miserable circumstances. Why, it might have been the workhouse.
From what Belle said, I'm not sure if it might have been worse.
Worse?
He was in debt and friendless. He was unable to bear the disgrace and took his own life.
Oh, how terrible.
I will go up to bed now, dearest. Oh, but she made wonderful cake. I don't know what I would do without her.
Are you unwell, my dear?
Just tired. Dixon! Coming, ma'am. Oh, we all enjoyed your cake. Mr. Thornton.
Belle. Thorntons lived on water porridge for years. When Thornton was grown, he came back to the town and set about paying off all his father's debts.
That is very fine. What a pity his opinions should blight him.
Blight?
Oh, Father, he tests everything against the standard of wealth. And the poor men around him, he thinks them only poor because they aren't like him, because they cannot make themselves rich like he did.
He is still a young man and has endured much hardship.
I do think Mr. Thornton a very remarkable man, but I cannot agree with him at all.
Bessy! Better, I hope. Better and not better, if you know what that means.
I'm not sure I do.
Better for not being torn to pieces by a coffin in the night, but I'm tired of Melton. I'm longing to get away to some place of eternal peace.
Please don't say that.
Why shouldn't I? If you'd lived the life I have, you'd be glad to never see another winter.
I'm sorry to find you in such low spirits.
If you'd have come to our house as you promised, you might have cheered me.
Forgive me. May I go with you now?
You may come if you like. Daunted, will you, if Father's home and speaks a bit gruffish at first. He thought a deal of you coming to see us, and 'cause he liked you, he were vexed and put about. Over on the table, miss. It is I should be waiting on you. There. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst anymore.
Don't be impatient with your life. Remember who gave it to you and made it what it is.
I'll not have my wench preached to. She's bad enough with her visions of golden gates and paradise. I'll not have more of it poured into her.
I
Don't
didn't be vexed with him, miss. He's not one for God, but he's a good man.
I did hear a young lass make a big ado about coming to see us, and my wench thought a deal about it and waited on her coming.
I'm sorry, Mr. Higgins. It was quite wrong of me to forget.
You're late back, Father.
Let's talk the masters have it in mind to cut our wages. It's been heard of in every mill in town.
I'll not think about the trouble that's not yet come.
Well, that might be all it is. Talk.
Why would the masters do such a thing?
They don't feel beholden to say.
I've never heard of wages being cut before.
Well, happen men don't hunger after profit in the south. Hey, Bessy, look what I brought me, girl. An apple for me lass.
He brings me presents, miss. When I was 6, he brought me home a field mouse.
Aye, her mother weren't glad on it.
I'm not surprised.
Father made him a castle to live in.
He lived like a prince, that mouse. Hey. When you waken, things will be looking up.
I'll come and see you again soon, Bessy.
You'll be welcome if you can take us as you find us.
I hope we can be friends.
You're already my friend, miss.
There you are, then. The lass has spoken. Aye. You'll be welcome here whenever you choose to come.
Mother intends to call on you ladies tomorrow.
Oh, I shall like to see her. She sounds like an uncommon person. Perhaps she has a relation that might suit us for a maid.
My dear, I fancy Mrs. Thornton is as haughty and proud in her way as our Margaret here is in hers.
Father?
I am sure she completely ignores those old times of poverty, and she would not like strangers to know anything of them.
As you wish, Richard. Dixon might make us her apple tart.
Tell her I will find us apples this afternoon, and I promise to take the worms out first. It troubles me you think I need to be told to be polite, Mrs. Thornton.
I am just saying we should be kind.
You fear I would not be kind?
You are my strength and my stay, dear girl, but all is not simple in this life. People are as different as the flowers in the field, and none are perfect.
I'm fond of hearing good music. I cannot play well myself.
And how do you like Milton, Mrs. Hale?
It is certainly a change for us. My daughter has been living in London until quite recently.
Never been there. I cannot understand the purpose of travel. I feel quite satisfied with staying where my roots are put down.
And the smell is so offensive. We must keep our windows closed.
Milton has been your home for many years, Mrs. Thornton. I can well understand your appreciation of it.
I do not think that my very natural liking for a place where I was born and grew up requires any understanding.
No.
And do you know anything of Milton, Miss Hale? Have you seen our factories, our magnificent warehouses?
Not as yet.
They are very curious places. But there is so much noise and dirt, always. I remember once going in a lilac silk to see candles made, and my gown was utterly ruined.
Very probably. I merely thought that as strangers come to reside in a town so risen in eminence through its great advances in industry, you might have cared to visit some of the places where it's carried on.
We have been much occupied.
Our great manufactories have much to teach those from the sleepy cities.
Indeed.
I would rather see a mill any day than the sea. Why do people insist on going to the sea? The sea does nothing at all.
I've been looking out for you.
I'm sorry, Bessy. I was delayed at home with a guest. Is your father not with you?
He's at another meeting. I fear the men will strike. I'll not live to see it ended, and I wish with all my soul it would not start.
Come now, nothing's happened yet.
Look at your beautiful dress. Where did you get it?
In London.
Have you been to London?
Well, I used to live there, but my home was in the countryside.
Tell me about it. I like to hear about the country and the trees and such things.
The trees near the house make a deep, restful shade, even at midday. The wheat growing in the fields is as yellow as gold, and when the sun shines on the river, it sparkles just like the sea.
I've never seen the sea. I used to think once that if I could have a day of doing nothing to rest me, it would maybe set me up. But now I do nothing and I'm just as weary.
Close your eyes and think that you are on some high mountain. When I was a child and unhappy, I would travel far away in my head.
Why were you unhappy?
I missed my mother. I was in a strange place. I thought myself alone.
I miss my mother so.
When did you begin to be ill, Bessy?
I worked in the carding room at the mill, and the fluff got in my lungs.
Fluff?
Little bits that fly off from the cotton. They say it winds round the lungs and tightens them up.
But can't it be helped?
Some masters have a great wheel at one end that makes a draft and carries off the dust, but it costs a deal of money.
How old are you, Bessy?
19 come July.
So am I too. We're almost twins.
Sisters. In another world, that's how we might have been.
Poor Bessie Higgins is very weak.
Oh, Margaret, it is so windy now. I can never rest in such bad weather. I could never sleep.
Does it not comfort you to know he's safe?
Yes, but he could never return. I shall never see him again.
You don't know that, Mother. We can hope.
He was always such a good boy. As a child, he wouldn't hurt a fly.
I shall never think ill of him. You know that.
When the news of the mutiny came, Father walked all the way to Southampton to get the papers. We read them together. Oh, I do so wish I could see him one more time.
Do you think me like him? I should like to be.
My beautiful boy. Oh, my good boy.
Go to... The storm will be over soon.
My mistress.
Resting. But if she worsens, we will ask the doctor to call.
This weather shreds her nerves.
You know her better than I do, Dixon. I've been away so long.
I'll sit by her until the storm passes.
Thank you.
Margaret, I've locked up. I have some work to do in my study.
Father, when Frederick joined the men in their mutiny, what did you think?
You have never wanted to speak of this before?
I know it caused you and Mother pain, but did you think him wrong? He rose up against all authority.
Not even my own son. I will not judge him.
Then are we all to be our own authority? Doing whatever we like?
We must answer to our individual conscience.
I thought there was only one truth.
The ancient scholars might disagree with you. We are each of us on a path of learning what is right. It may take a lifetime, or be revealed to us in an instant by the grace of God. Good night, my dear.
Good night. I was afraid he was not well when he failed to meet my father yesterday.
My son is busy with the masters of the town. There's much he must attend to.
I decided you were right. The life of the town circulates about the mills. To never have been inside one would keep me a stranger always.
You could view none better. The name of John Thornton is known and respected amongst all men of business.
It's true that I'd hardly heard of Mr. Thornton before I came to Milton, but since I have come here I have heard a great deal.
Who spoke to you of him?
It was Mr. Thornton himself that made us know the man he was.
My son is not one to tell of his own doings. From whose account have you formed your favourable opinion?
My father's friend, Mr. Bell, has told us a great deal of Mr. Thornton.
Mr. Bell? What can he know of John? Living a lazy life in a drowsy college? But I'm obliged to you, Miss Hale. Many a young lady would have shrunk from giving an old woman the pleasure of hearing the good things that are said about her child.
Why is that, may I ask?
In case it might hint at them having plans upon his heart.
I beg your pardon, madam, but I am much obliged to you for exonerating me from making any plans on Mr. Thornton's heart.
Young ladies have, you know. Before now. Oh, yes, indeed they have. If my son's people do such a thing, I can only say they are a pack of ungrateful hounds. They wish to be the masters and make the masters into slaves. Well, we have ways to teach them a lesson if they choose that path.
But surely you would not wish there to be such trouble in the town.
Milton is not a place for cowards, Miss Hale. Our lives are different to those down south. If you live here, you must learn to have a brave heart.
I do not know whether I am brave or not until I am tried.
Next week. Forgive me, Miss Hale, I was delayed.
Mr. Thornton.
This is Mr. Henderson. He's the owner of the mill in Water Lane. Miss Hale.
Delighted to meet you, Miss Hale. Don't let us keep you from your tea.
I am actually come to see Mr. Thornton. He is giving me a tour of his mill.
Indeed.
I was just saying to Mrs. Thornton there is much talk of unhappiness amongst the workers in the town.
Why, Miss Hale, you take an interest in such things.
I am newly arrived from the south and doing what I can to educate myself in the ways of industry.
It is certainly of importance that we stand united at such a time as this. Order must prevail, Miss Hale. Order above all else.
Miss Hale, shall we?
Of course. Good day, Mr. Henderson.
Miss Hale.
I must say, I was surprised to hear you wish to see the mill, Miss Hale.
Why surprised, Mr. Thornton? I hope you would never think me an opinionated southerner who has the audacity to arrive in a new town and begin judgment without being in possession of all the facts.
Certainly not. The thought never crossed my mind. The cotton has already travelled halfway across the world by...
Arriving every hour through the town.
We can't have the looms standing idle. The raw cotton will go onto the carding room to prepare it to be spun into yarn. The sound makes speaking impossible.
It's a wonder the workers aren't deafened.
Oh, they're used to it, I can assure you.
It looks as if it's snowing. I've heard a wheel of some sort can be provided to blow away the dust.
Oh, Henderson tried a wheel. Some hands don't like it. They fear they'll catch their death of cold.
Hands?
The men. It's a costly piece of equipment to find out it's not wanted.
There are so many children.
Children are useful. There's scavengers beneath the looms or bobbin carriers, and they provide their families with much-needed income.
I was that age when I was sent away to London.
I'm sorry?
They look so young. The workers have much to endure. I wonder at how one might better protect them.
What will most benefit them is a thriving and profitable business.
But what of their suffering?
I provide them with wages, Miss Hale, so they can keep a roof above their heads and bread on their tables. There is nothing more essential to their welfare than the ability to earn a living. Without profit, no one would thrive, neither worker nor master.
For this to be life, it's terrible.
Conditions here are better than most, Miss Hale. To the needs of business before.
No, I haven't.
Without workers and their efforts, we would have no sheets upon our beds, no china from which to drink our tea.
Yes. You're quite right. I've been blind.
Some judge without investigation. I'm happy not to be dismissed out of hand. We are reading Homer again.
My father is very enthusiastic about Homer. There's quite a deal of it, if I remember.
Well, I enjoy coming to your house, so I shall not complain. And I thank Mr. Homer for giving me a reason to drink tea in your company.
Hey. No, Bessy, I'm well used to washing laundry in my own home. I'm not as frail as you think.
I'm away out, lass. I'll not be long if I can help it.
Don't go and speak, Father. Make it start again.
We've not decided. It'll be down to the men if we strike or no.
But, Mr. Higgins, is there no other way?
There's not a man in this town wants this trouble, and no working man started it.
Mother passed away in the last strike, clemmed to death by the struggle of it all.
Aye, lass, I know. But it'll be different this time. We'd better readied ourselves.
I've never heard of such a thing in the south.
I wish I lived there.
Well, if everyone went on strike, where would we be? There'd be no bread baked or beef to eat, no houses built.
I know now to your ways down south. They may not be for striking, but they're still struggling. Only happen you never had eyes to see.
I don't want the trouble, miss. But my father speaks the truth. We shouldn't have to live as we do.
Here, drink a little of this tea.
Open to him.
Last time when it ended, the men went back for the same old wage, and the rest were made beggars.
Aye, but things was badly managed. You'll see it'll be different this time.
Is there really no other way?
The masters in this town are as one. They mean to take 2 shillings from our wages, less than what was paid before. We'll not bow down to them. I say hooray for the strike, and let Slicks and Henderson and Thornton look to it.
Mr. Thornton of Marlborough Street?
Aye.
Well, what sort of master is he?
Pooh, did you ever see a bulldog? If you have, you've seen Thornton.
He is a little like a bulldog.
He's as dour as a doornail, obstinate every inch of him.
Oh.
Poor Bessy. You don't like this talk of fighting and struggling?
I'm sick of it. And your tobacco smoke chokes me.
Then I'll never smoke no more in the house. I'll go and take my pipe outside.
Stay at home. In a time of striking, men like to drink.
Does your father drink?
Sometimes drink is all he has.
Men! You know as well as I do what's before us.
We know what you want from us, Higgins.
You'll have your turn to speak.
What's said about the wages?
2 shillings a week to be lost.
I'd like to see Thornton live on it.
Send him to hell and be damned. Some of us lived through the last strike.
And the one before.
It'll be harsh, I grant you. Not just on us, but on our families.
You want to clem us to death, man, and watch your children starve? Stop your noise before I stop it for you.
I know well enough what happened before, but now we have brass behind us. We've been collecting these last 3 years.
All you want is another scrap where we end up with nothing to show for it. You're as bad as the masters.
It's the masters are cutting your wages, not me, Boucher.
You can have your strike if that's what you want, but you'll not find me beside you.
Stand with us or get out.
I have 10 children to feed. Will you care for them when they're calling out in hunger? No. You'll look to your own. It won't be all unity then. I've seen it before and I'll not take that road again.
Aye, let me at him. He'll not betray us after I've given him what he's asking for.
Oh,
Listen to me. Listen to me. The masters would be happy to see us divided. Let's not give them that pleasure. Unity will be our watchword, and let none scatter us. God in heaven, Boucher, would you let them take food off your plate?
Have your strike and we'll not work again. There's not a mill in the town will look at us. We'll beg for a day's work digging spuds and not find it. You'll have us eating dust before we're done.
If we let them clam us today, they'll clam us tomorrow, until they have the very blood out of our veins. The fight isn't only for ourselves, it's for your children, and their children,
It's for life itself.
Let the masters see what we're about.
Aye! All those in favour, raise your hands and say aye.
Aye! Bloody fools! Have your strike and be damned. You'll not be happy till we're all in the grave.
Your invitation, but the mother is indisposed.
I'm afraid Mrs. Hale is very far from well.
Still, they accept the invitation. Very probably they are aware that it is of advantage to them to be part of our social circle.
I'm sure that motive would not influence them.
Mr. Hale appears a worthy enough man, rather too simple for trade. His daughter's a bit of a fine lady. She seems to have a great notion of giving herself airs.
Mother, I wish you would like Miss Hale.
Why?
So that you might be a friend to her in case she needs one.
I will befriend her if there is need, because you ask it of me. But I cannot like her pride. Doubt.
Hampers are out. Mine are working out the week through fear of me prosecuting them for breach of contract. Slickson's men are off. We'll have a turnout by the end of the week.
I hope there are not many orders in hand.
There are. They know that well enough. But they don't understand all that they think they do.
What do you mean?
The Americans are getting their cheap yarns into the general market. Our only chance of competing with them is to produce our cloth at a lower rate.
You must not waver, John. If they sense weakness, you'll have lost the battle before it begins.
I've been much longer than expected, forgive me, but I found some cordial for Mother.
Miss,
What is it?
a man came to the house.
What man?
That young woman you go to see. The Higgins girl.
Mm-hmm.
She died this morning.
Oh.
The father said she had a fancy to be buried in something of yours. I was looking for a nightcap that wasn't too good to give away.
Oh. No, she must have something good for me to wear. Oh, poor girl.
Oh, miss, she loved you. She did indeed.
Yes, yes. And I loved her. The poor girl. Higgins.
She's up above in her bed. I put her there, she was so chilled.
It's terrible. Terrible thing.
Aye. That it is. She thought the sun shone from thine eyes. Spent a day listening for your footstep on the road.
Look, I brought you a shawl to keep you warm. I'm so sorry that I wasn't with you. Oh, your hands are cold. Let me cover you with this. It's come all the way from India. So deeply. I would have taken her. God. You more. Me. Mr. Higgins, Bessy fretted about you so. She wouldn't want you to drink like this.
Cannot hurt her now. No can hurt her now. To skin and bone. But all our griefs will never touch her more. She led the life of the dog.
Were you with her?
No. I was there trying to talk sense into them when my poor lass was drawing her last breath. Alone. Left my lass alone.
She was worried for you, that you would not turn to drink.
Do not tell me. Did you know of my life? Of how we live and get our bread? You've been upon thy pedestal too long. My lass loved you, for you brought relief to her, and I'm glad of that, but it was but a window of a life she'd never lead. You cannot tell me what to do, to go to church, or strike, or not to strike. You're of another world from me. This is the life we live. It's near to death, where all we love is ground down into dust. And tomorrow you will dine at some fine house and drink wine, and then come by and tell us how to live. You are not welcome here now that my lass has gone. You are of that class that feed upon the poor and then tells them to be good and go to church. You're not welcome here no more.
Oh, how beautiful you look.
I don't know how I can dress up in my finery and go to a dinner party after what I've seen today.
Your presence has been a comfort to the girl.
I would rather sit here with you, Mother.
Oh, nonsense, my darling. Be sure and notice the dinner. I shall like to hear how they manage these things in Milton, particularly the second course. Look what they have instead of game.
I will, dearest. I will tell you everything.
Difficult time for you, I'm sure. The town is alive with talk of the strike.
But there's nothing to be done. They think our trade is flourishing, but there are storm clouds on the horizon.
You can hardly expect the hands to grasp the economics of industry.
Perhaps, Mr. Henderson, if you were to explain. Is it really so intricate?
Do you give your servants explanations as to your expenditure, Miss Hale?
No, indeed.
The hands have been known to burn down a mill if they fail to get their way.
I trust it will not come to that, Mrs. Henderson.
Forgive me if I spoke sharply, but there is no avoiding the trouble now.
I'm certain that no one wants it.
Certain.
My daughter lost a dear friend today.
A friend?
A young woman. She used to work in a mill in the town.
You befriended a mill girl?
She was the sweetest, the best of souls. She suffered greatly from the conditions of her life.
But I do not understand the connection you are making.
If I were a man of business, I would want to see my workers well and happy.
We cannot be stewards and masters at the same time, Miss Hale.
I cannot see why not. Can a master not be a leader and a protector? Is he not dependent upon his workers to make his wealth?
You are not used to our lives here in the north. You do not understand our ways.
That may be true, but the workers must make do with 2 shillings less a week. They are not asking for more money, only for what was already theirs.
My dear, business is something which is foreign to both you and I.
I'm glad it's so if business is about taking away what has already been given, and then saying men are bad because they ask to have it back.
The strikers will soon learn their mission is hopeless when my son brings hands from Ireland and they find themselves replaced.
Is that what you will do?
We'll have no choice, Miss Hale. We cannot allow ourselves to be brought to a standstill.
But to bring in Irish workers, it will cause an uproar, will it not?
There is nothing else to be done.
would not wish you to leave thinking we are upon opposite sides in this matter. I can assure you there would be no one more pleased than I should the strike be called off.
My friend who died, she hated strikes and all kinds of trouble.
As do I.
But you are the one who can stop it. Give them back their 2 shillings. I know it will cut your profit.
I cannot.
But why?
If I should give way once, there will be no end to it.
If you bring men from Ireland, your people will starve. They will die before they give in.
I'm sorry, Miss Hale. Truly, I am. But I have no other choice.
There is always a choice, Mr. Thornton. My father has taught me that by his example. We may lose everything by it. We may be thought reckless or even foolish by others. But there is always a choice.
Margaret was played by Patsy Ferran, Mr. Hale by Paul Chahidi, Mrs. Hale by Ruth Everett, and Dixon by Felicity Montagu. John Thornton was James Cartwright, Mrs. Thornton, Pooky Quesnel, Higgins, Sean Gilder, Bessy, Olivia Barrowclough, Aunt Shaw, Joanna Monro, Henry, Jonathan Forbes, Henderson, David Hounslow, Boucher, Lloyd Thomas, the youth, Colin Ryan, and the cabbie, Roger Ringrose. North and South is dramatised by Lin Coghlan and directed by Sally Avens. It is a BBC audio production for Radio 4. South by Elizabeth Gaskell. Dramatised by Lin Coghlan. Episode 2.
And I'm going over to Mr. Higgins. Oh, Father, you're back.
You were asleep when I went out, my dear.
Mother had another bad night.
Is she very unwell? She doesn't like to worry me.
I think there might be some pain.
We should call Mrs. Thornton's doctor. They were kind to recommend him.
I'm going to see Mr. Higgins now. I'll call upon the doctor on my way there.
Take care in the town, Margaret. There's a feeling of unrest. There are men on the street corners.
They're hungry. The strike is already 4 weeks old, and both sides as obstinate as mules.
It's difficult to get a man to give way when he thinks he has right upon his side.
Well, perhaps that's why they should allow the women to make the decisions. They might employ some common sense. Father, the suffering is intolerable. How can anyone who could stop it allow it to continue?
I'll sit with your mother now. Tell the doctor to come when he can.
Hands over.
I'd like to leave you this bread.
Oh, well, we'll take it gladly, miss. You brought us cakes as well. The children will bless you.
How many do you hope to feed?
If it were the 5,000, we'd do our best. But there's many a child going hungry even now.
Mr. Higgins! Mr. Higgins!
We'll be on the bridge in an hour. Needs must will turn any trouble back.
Aye.
Mr. Higgins!
Lass?
There's a bad feeling in the town.
I know. There's men and women too that's reached the end of their strength.
Will you not meet with the masters? Back to work.
Come here, lass. The last moment before victory.
But what if there is no victory? And all this suffering is for nothing?
The masters depend on us to think that way. To put our comfort in the present ahead of the justice we deserve.
So there is no circumstance at which you will stop?
We must prevail. If we do not, we'll be ground down forever.
I feel the loss of Bessy more with each day that passes. But I'm glad you didn't live to see this trouble.
I should have done more for her. She's with me every day. I cannot put her...
Men broken off and meeting at the Dragon.
I'll go and say me piece. You get home, miss. I can't say what will happen, but you're best off out of it.
Dr. Donaldson, you were very timely.
Your father is not here?
He is visiting the poor of the parish. There is much trouble in the town.
Indeed.
Will you not tell me how my mother is?
Perhaps when your father returns.
Dr. Donaldson, my father is not of a strong constitution. Please tell me the simple truth.
She did not want you to be told.
I am sure you are too wise to have promised to keep such a secret.
All will be known soon enough anyway. You'll have seen her losing strength these last few months.
She's not been well all year, but she's been through so much change.
She will not recover. I suspect she has known as much for some time.
Oh.
We can do something for her pain, and I will come to see her often.
I'm grateful for your honesty.
I'll come again. Soon. Good day, Miss Hale.
Good day. Oh. Oh, Mother.
The doctor has told you.
I made him.
That was very wrong of you.
Let me be your nurse. All I want is to be useful to you.
You don't know what you're asking.
I do. I cared for Bessy in every way. If I could care for you, it would be such a comfort. When I was at Aunt Shaw's, I used to think you would forget me.
Margaret.
It's true.
When you would visit us, I'd wonder how you could bear our poverty after all the comfort of Harley Street. I was ashamed of our strange ways.
The wardrobe shelf with handles that we had as a supper tray. I loved everything about Helston.
While I was there, I always wanted to leave. And now I shall never see it again. Frederick. Frederick. Oh, it breaks my heart that I should die and never see his face again.
You know how to comfort her.
These weeks.
You saw what we did not.
I don't pretend I can love her as you do. Yet I've loved her better than any other man, woman or child. From the first day Lady Beresford's maid took me in to see her, I've never loved anyone as much.
Oh, Dixon, I've so often been cross with you, not understanding what you knew. How you suffered.
Bless you. You're showing a deal of spirit. It's the good old Beresford blood. Why, the last Sir John but two shot his steward down just for telling him he'd whacked the tenants.
Well, Dixon, I won't shoot you, but I'll try not to be cross again.
We will care for her together. The two of us.
He did.
I'm glad he can make her comfortable.
He was very kind and said he would call again to see how the new medicines are working.
He didn't recommend a change of air? I worry that the smoky town is doing her harm.
No. He was anxious, I think.
Doctors are always anxious. It's part of their profession.
Oh, this letter's from Aunt Shaw. She's got as far as Naples. Finds it too hot. She's taken apartments in Sorrento.
And the doctor said there's nothing more we can provide?
He said a waterbed might make her more comfortable. He's asked the Thorntons. I'm to collect it this morning.
Do sit down and eat something, John. I've barely seen you.
I've arranged for the Irish workers to be accommodated in the mill. So Bailey's about having blankets and other goods delivered.
Do they really need so much attention?
When I went into Digby's on the high street, they were reluctant to assist me.
Samuel Digby? I spent money in his mother's shop before he were born.
They fear the bad opinion of the town. From today, the Irish will stay here and won't face intimidation when they come in from their lodgings.
You should call the constabulary.
They cannot be everywhere, Mother.
John, eat something. You neither eat nor sleep.
I hoped it would not come to this. The men's resources must be exhausted. They have children to feed.
We did not compel them to leave their work.
It's true. And yet I cannot help but think of Miss Hale.
Miss Hale? What does she know? Rolling up from London without an ounce of common sense. She would have you give the mill away and live like a pauper.
I walked back through the town just now. The suffering she spoke of was in the faces of the people, just as she'd said.
John, please.
It's true. Digby says the Irish lads are asleep at mills who will not offend them on the way to work.
Let me out them and I'll offend them, and that's a promise. This is the end of it for us. The Irish will work cheap and long and be glad of half our wages. We're finished. I say we go back now while we still have work.
Well, we've given it our best.
Men, did they ever say it'll be easy?
We've had enough, Higgins. You've not got bairns to feed.
Hold your tongue, Boucher.
I'm sorry for your loss, right enough, but you're not the same as us.
My lass is dead, aye, I'll grant you that. And my wife. She died upon the last strike. You think that makes the road easy for me?
Who'll feed my bairns tonight, Higgins? Will any man here bring them bread? Well, there you have your brotherhood. I'm going back to work.
You're not.
Dixon's men and Henderson's are going up the road. They say they'll get the Irish out if they have to drag them by the reels.
I say let's join them. They'll not replace us. We'll not stand by and let them give away our work. If they give our work to scabs, we're done for.
Men, do not break the peace. Do not raise a hand in anger or we'll fail.
Mother is arranging for the waterbed to be prepared, Miss Hale. If you should need anything more, you must not hesitate to ask.
You have already been very kind, Mr. Thornton.
When I was a boy, I very much enjoyed playing on the bed and pretending I was at sea. You'll think me ridiculous.
Far from it. When I lived at Helston, we had the most wonderful garden. I named all the roses and said goodbye to every one of them before I left.
I remember leaving my own house. I was 10 years old. A house can be a friend, can it not?
Yes. Yes, it can.
I have asked Williams to bring the waterbed, but he tells me there are men at the gate.
They're barred against us! Come out and show your face! We're coming in!
There is no need for alarm, the gates are barred.
Now you see, Miss Hale, the true nature of the hands. Here with you.
Where are the Irish labourers?
Locked inside the mill. But it's not the Irish they want, it's me. Captain Cross knows we're at risk. Close the shutters.
I'll see to the servants.
Have they stopped?
We'll teach those Irish scabs to take our bread!
Yes! Come down, Thornton! Show your face!
You want us to come up and get you?
Well, they'll not enter the house. Keep up your courage, Miss Hale.
Can you do nothing to calm them?
The soldiers will be here directly and that will bring them to reason.
The soldiers will cut them down.
The only thing a mob will understand, Miss Hale, is force.
You must go down.
Miss Hale.
Speak to your workers as if they are human. These men are driven mad with hunger. If you can muster any courage, speak to them, man to man.
Man!
It will do your cause no good to turn to violence.
Where are the Irish hiding? You're not so big now, Thornton!
Don't so...
Reason. The soldiers are called for.
Be damned! You care nothing for us! You'll suck us dry and let us go to hell!
Miss Hale! Miss Hale!
Ruth is one man and you are many.
Go back, Miss Hale.
Listen, please. You have been heard and will have relief from your complaints.
What relief? Will the Irish be sent home?
Never at your asking.
God forgive you, Thornton. If we're in the grave, we'll take you with us.
You're in danger.
Go back. This is no place for you.
I beg you, do not damage your cause by violence. For pity's sake, go home.
Be damned, Thornton! Oh! Oh! Struck her down! You fall in hundreds on one man, and when a woman comes before you, strike her with a stone? You do well.
The stone was meant for thee!
But you sheltered behind a woman!
Kill me, then! If it is your will, there is no woman to shield me now. Beat me to death! You will never change my mind. Come forward. Take your chance. Come forward. Do as you wish. I'll take on any man.
Tis the troops! Stand back! Stand back, I say! Fall back or be cut down! Run then! Make for the back gate! Arrest any man within the mill yard!
What's happened?
They say Boucher threw a stone. He struck some woman down.
What woman? Mrs.
Miss Hale is hurt. Oh, Margaret. Pray God you will live.
God, bring her here.
And she can find the things I want. John, go!
Jane? Jane?
I must go.
You lie still, Miss Hale.
I'm frightened out of my skin, murdered.
Get on with you, make haste.
How is she?
There is trouble wherever this girl goes.
I'm better now.
You're stronger.
I must go home.
We must send for a doctor.
No.
There's an officer who wishes to speak with you, sir.
Thank you, Jane.
I must...
Strips of plaster and you've rested. I won't hear another word.
Where is Miss Hale?
Gone home. But some people faint at the least little thing.
She could not have been fit to go home. I'll go to Crampton later to ask after her.
John, do not visit the Hales tonight. It'll be late for Mrs. Hale. Do not leave me alone.
Very well. But I must say to Miss Hale tomorrow.
You have no obligation to this silly girl.
She stood before half the town, losing her dignity in my defence.
You are a man of honour, but...
She does not care for me. She has never shown me anything but disdain. But nonetheless, I must propose. It is all I can give her in return.
She certainly disgraced herself.
When she addressed the crowd, she thought nothing of her respectability or anything. She was lion-hearted.
She was foolish. And she's nothing to bring you in a marriage. John, please stay home with me tonight. We'll send Williams with the bed. He can ask after Miss Hale.
Let me change my clothes and we'll say no more about it. Oh,
Miss, you're faint.
Fault.
I'm sure he does not blame you.
But I blame myself. They might have killed him.
What on earth were you doing, miss?
I don't know. Whatever will people think of me?
Still, you showed courage. The Beresford blood will out.
What possessed me to defend him as if he were a helpless child?
If you please, miss, there's a man at the door with a waterbed.
Dixon is coming.
He says to ask particular how you are.
Down, Dixon, and tell him I'm quite well.
Apart from near enough having your brains knocked out.
Please, Dixon.
Oh, I will speak with him, Ellen. You run along.
Face me. Oh, thank you to be civil. There's bairns within.
Civil? When you brought soldiers and constabulary down upon our heads?
Leave me be.
The town's alive with talk you hear of killed the lass at Thornton's mill. Did you lose your head entirely, man?
Did the girl die?
I don't know. But you'll not work again. What were you thinking?
You don't listen to me, Higgins. Never have. I'm finished anyhows. The masters will be done with me now. Give me my peace and leave me be.
Boucher! I'll go with you to the police. Boucher! Oh, you fool!
Thank you, Ellen.
Miss Hale, good morning. Forgive me, I've caught you unawares.
No, please. My father isn't here.
Oh, well, it's,
Sit down.
Thank you.
You do not need to thank me.
Let me say what I came to say.
Please.
I owe you my life. You may smile and think it an exaggeration, but whenever I am happy in future times, I will know it is only because of you.
Mr. Thornton.
You are the one to whom I owe everything. The one I love. A man has never loved a woman more.
Love you?
No.
And now feeling pity for me, you have come to restore my respectability.
Miss Hale, I can assure you...
I was prompted by some particular feeling for you?
I would not presume...
I would have done the same for any man in that crowd.
Well of me. That's an understatement. You despise my values. But I do believe that you do not know or understand me.
Really, Mr. Thornton?
Be that as it may, you look as if you think it taints you to be loved by me. I'm sorry indeed that you should feel so. I have never loved any woman before. My life has been too busy. There it is.
Mr. Thornton, you have been very kind to my father. Don't let us go on making each other angry. I don't like him. I've never liked him. What I did yesterday was not for him.
I understand.
None of it was for him. And I do not need him to come in here proposing marriage so that he can save my reputation.
So, all is well.
Oh, Dixon.
You have been away all morning, John.
I got an omnibus.
Wherever did you go?
I don't know. I saw it and got on board. I don't know where I've been.
And Miss Hale?
No one loves me, Mother, except you.
A mother's love is given by God, John. It holds forever. A girl's love is like a puff of smoke. Would she not have you?
I'm not fit for her, Mother. I knew I was not.
She is not fit for you.
Mother, I'll not hear a word against her.
I only wish that she and all belonging to her were swept back to the place they came from. Streets?
Warrants are out for 3 men for conspiracy. This riot will mean the end of the strike.
Oh, Margaret. Sleeping on a cloud. It is as soft as the beds at my dear father's house.
You've had a good night's sleep, my dear?
I feel restored. Now, Margaret, you are busy and young. How do you sleep in your bed? Is it a good quality?
I'm so tired at night, Mother, I could sleep anywhere. And I've never had the opportunity to sleep in your father's feather beds.
Oh, yes. It was poor Frederick that I brought with me when we went to your Aunt Shaw's wedding.
I must go to my study, my dear. I will look in upon you later.
Your poor father, Margaret. He can't bear to hear Frederick spoken of.
I love to hear about him, Mother. What was he like as a baby?
Why, Margaret, you must not be upset, but he was much prettier than you.
I don't doubt it.
Yes, I used to have his cot close by my bed so that I could have him in my arms every minute of the day. Now he's far away. I think I shall never see him again.
I'm sorry, Father, that I wrote to Frederick before telling you.
You should have waited until we had discussed it, Margaret.
I know. I tried to persuade her, but she threatened to write the letter herself. That's the end of it.
Danger to him is very grave.
With all these years since the mutiny.
The government takes powerful measures when it comes to offences against authority. They will not relent.
That captain was a tyrant. Frederick said that he was not fit to have charge of those men. You believe Fred, don't you?
I know my boy has a good heart, but it will not protect him from the law.
Father, what have I done?
No, Margaret. I'm glad about it. You've done what is right, and the end is beyond our control.
Mr. Higgins? Mr. Higgins, are you home? Mr. Higgins, it's Margaret Hale. No longer cooking by the bridge.
Aye. Nothing came of it.
So you'll go back to work?
Not I. No one will have me now.
But why?
You've a lot to learn, lass.
It has been nothing but learning for me these last few months.
There's not a mill in the town will have me back.
Do not sit here in such low spirits drinking. Think of your Bessy.
She's gone. My only girl. Do not tell me that I'll heal.
Here with me.
Wait.
Come and see my father. He is very wise. He will know what to say. Don't sit here drinking alone.
Well, I should clean myself up first.
My father judges no man.
To my study, Mr. Higgins, and Ellen will make us some tea.
I don't know what to say to you, sir.
Take a seat.
You won't be too shocked to begin with.
But to bring a drunken man home and your mother so ill.
I didn't know what to do. He seemed in such despair.
I will go and make him comfortable, but see to your mother. The doctor has just left her.
Yes.
And then come and join us.
Dear?
Oh, I am much better. Much stronger. But so tired, I cannot keep my eyes open.
Well, then you should sleep.
And soon Frederick will be here.
Yes, we hope so.
But I'm so afraid. You must tell him to be careful.
I will.
I saw my sister.
Aunt Shaw?
She's soon to be married. Oh, I do hope the baby will be well when we go to help her.
The baby, Mother?
Oh, I have a new baby. He's so handsome.
You mean Frederick?
Where is the baby? I should like to hold him.
He's with Dixon, Mother. Everything is all right. The baby is with Dixon.
The doctor gave her strong opiates.
What did he say?
She is much weakened.
She was so much better this week. She got up and lay on the sofa.
It ebbs and flows. You must prepare yourself.
How to prepare for the unbearable? Tell me, Dixon, how?
Miss, I do not know.
Where's the proof? There's many a one wiser than me, and they don't believe in the Bible.
You have no belief in God, Mr. Higgins?
Mr. Higgins has strong feelings on this matter, Father.
My child is gone. I don't believe she'll ever live again. I don't believe in any life but this in which she suffered much.
I hear your sorrow, my good man.
The strike has failed. The factory doors will open tomorrow, but there's many a man will not find work.
I wish the kindest masters would meet some of your men and talk on these things.
It isn't Mr. Thornton's way. He thinks discussion is a sign of weakness.
Thornton? He brought the Irish in. There'd have been no riots, safe for him. I said we'd be peaceful, and that's how we would prevail. And now he won't bring charges on those fools that shamed us all.
Are you sure you have that right?
He says they'll find hardship enough getting work. Let that be their punishment.
It doesn't sound like him. But if it's so, I think he has it right. There's been enough suffering.
Mr. Thornton! Good to see you.
Doctor, I beg your pardon.
I'm grateful for your recommendation to the Hales, a good and decent family.
Yes, indeed. And how is Mrs. Hale, may I ask?
I'm just returned from seeing her. I fear she hasn't many weeks to live.
I'm very sorry to hear it. You must know, money is not very plentiful. Are there any comforts she ought to have?
She craves fruit. Some ripe pears would do as well as anything.
You will tell me if there's any more I can do. I rely upon you.
Oh, never fear. I'll not spare your purse.
Toast and water, it would have been nicer. But with greater emphasis than usual, that we must take things as we...
That's all right. Do forgive me.
Mr. Thornton, ma'am.
I met Dr. Donaldson, and he said fruit would be good for you, Mrs. Hale, so I've taken the liberty of bringing you some that seemed fine.
Oh, Jargonelle pears. How kind.
Mr. Hale? Miss Hale?
Mr. Thornton.
You'll take some tea?
No, I cannot stay. If you'll forgive me this liberty, my rough way is too abrupt, I fear.
Oh.
If you will allow me the pleasure of coming again, I hope. I'll bid you good day.
Oh. Thank you.
Good day.
Do you know Margaret Thornton?
Oh, miss. Mistress is not worse. You look white as a sheet.
No, it's nothing. I'm being silly.
Has that man upset you? He is but a tradesman, miss. He has no right coming into the house like that, as if he's your equal.
He took me by surprise, that's all. But he is more than a tradesman, Dixon. I can see that now. Higgins!
Sir, miss.
Good day to you, Mr. Higgins. Myself and my daughter are glad to see you. We wish to inquire of you.
Have we met you on your dinner time?
My dinner hour stretches all day now.
You are still out of work?
Aye.
Would your old master not have you back?
Aye, but he strikes a hard bargain. Every man must pledge not to give a penny to the union. I can't bend on that. The union is the only thing to do the workmen any good.
Is that rule true of all the mills?
I cannot say, but that's how it is at Henderson's.
Make way, my dear. There are people coming.
I hope my God.
Have some poor dead soul carried on their shoulders.
Poor man. He's with his maker now.
Go find the wife. Get on now.
And everything dripping wet.
Set it down here, lad. He does it.
Is it Daniel?
'Tis Boucher, found in the brook.
The brook? 'Tis not enough water to drown a man.
He worked hard at it, lay face down in the water. He'd had enough of this world, sure enough.
Oh, my man! My only one! He loved us, he loved his babby, and...
He went for work, but there's none would have him. There a tavern would have him through the door.
Oh, how pitiful. How wrong, how very wrong.
They say 'twas him who threw the stone and hit the girl.
It was not him.
It was not him? Then why did he not say?
Oh, my poor man! My poor dead husband!
Has died from despair. Could your men not have gathered round him?
Folk are brought round after this. Someone, for pity's sake!
'Tis too late, lass. Too late.
Who will try? Someone must try!
Why did he have to go raging like a mad fool and kick up a riot? I went round to his house.
To offer him help,
I says that we'd go to the peelers.
so that he might be imprisoned.
No. He would not join our cause and did us, all of us, great harm. The strike failed because of him.
And now he's dead.
The women have gathered round the poor widow, and each of them has taken a child to care for.
He lived as an outcast in this town, with none to turn to, and you a union man. He was the most in need, and all were blind to him.
Margaret, come away. You've said enough.
A great deal of blame for the poor man's death on Higgins' shoulders, my dear.
If I did, I'm sorry, but it was he who spoke about the union with such passion. Yet he turned his back on a man simply because they did not agree.
I won't pretend otherwise, Mrs. Hale. It was my son asked me to see you. I'm not a great one for visiting and the like.
I am glad of your company, Mrs. Thornton. I know you to be a woman of strength and determination.
That's as may be. We are both mothers and used to the sacrifice we must make every day. And much weakened.
I am glad of your honesty, Mrs. Thornton. I am forever being told how well and improved I am.
There is no harm in plain speaking.
Oh, I agree. Mrs. Thornton, but a daughter brings a mother different troubles.
Long ago. A little girl.
Oh, forgive me. I did not know.
She did not live to be 6 months old.
We love our children always, since before their birth, and I believe beyond the grave.
It is not in my nature to show affection, but yes. The love of a child is infinite and endures.
Will you be a friend to Margaret?
Any comfort to you, I will. And I never break my word. Difficulty in which Miss Hale...
Call her Margaret.
In which she comes to me for help. I will assist her as if she were my own daughter. And if I ever see her doing anything which I consider wrong or...
Oh, I hope Margaret would never do anything wrong.
Nonetheless, I will speak out plainly as I would wish my own daughter to be told.
I pray God to bless you. We'll not see each other again in this world, but I thank you for your kindness to my child.
Your mother seems more content since Mrs. Thornton's visit.
Yes, although I can't imagine why. Mrs. Thornton is as icy as a sharp frost.
I've never found the making of conversation easy with the lady, it's true.
Unless we touch upon the price of cotton vests in London and bring down upon our heads a lengthy talk on the manufacturing of undergarments.
Yeah.
If you please, miss. Sir, there's a gentleman.
Oh, Margaret. Margaret.
Ellen, you may go.
Yes, miss.
Frederick!
My mother, is she alive?
Yes. She is alive, dear, dear brother. She is ill as she can be, but she is alive.
Oh, thank God.
My own boy.
Better.
Oh, then I've come before it.
Oh, let us close the shutters. You must not be seen.
You're in great danger, my boy. If anyone should know you were here. Oh. He's dying.
Father, please.
It has been a sad time for us. Much has happened.
I thank God that I've seen you one more time in my life.
I beg your pardon, sir, but do you wish...
Oh! Dixon.
Frederick, I think I shall faint.
Don't faint now, Dixon. Not now that we've got him back. Fred, close the door. We must take care.
Oh, let me embrace you, Dixon. She used to kiss me and then look into my face to make sure I was the right person and then kiss me again.
I thought you were gone forever.
Well, I'm back. I'm back and now I can help you all. Mother, it's me. It's Fred. I've come home.
Am I dreaming? I have such dreams.
No, it's not a dream. Here, let me take your hand.
Oh. Oh, now I am at peace. To see you again. To hold you. Oh, now I am well again. Oh, you have made me well.
Dangerously ill. But is it true she's on the point of death? Perhaps if we had some other advice. Some London doctor. Have you never thought of that?
I don't believe it would do any good. We've not the money to bring a London surgeon here. I'm sure Dr. Donaldson is more than able.
I have credit in Cardiff, but none here because of having to change my name. Why did Father leave Helston? That was a blunder.
It was no blunder. And above all, don't let Father hear you saying so. He's tormenting himself already with the idea that Mother would never have been ill if we'd stayed there. You don't know Father's habit of self-reproach.
I'm sorry I've not been here to help you. Let us hope as long as we can. I will hope in spite of 1,000 doctors.
Mother was getting to love me so, and I to understand her. And now we're to be parted.
If I had done nothing, followed orders, done as others did, I would have been here and home these last 5 years.
You think that's what they wanted? For you to deny your conscience and keep silent. They know, as I do, you stood up against tyranny. You were right. I wish I had your courage.
Courage? To set a boat of men adrift on the sea? To shame my parents and to be made to abandon them?
You did nothing out of malice, so there is nothing to forgive.
Oh, Margaret. You've grown up to be so strong and had to bear so much alone.
But now you're back. Your heart must be truly sore.
I've no chance of being well, left alone to manage these children.
I know your neighbours want to help you.
Aye. They've been good to me, but they'll tire. There's many a year ahead. My man wasn't a bad man.
I know that. I know.
No one would give him work here. He went on the tramp towards Greenfield. He never came home. Hold your din. Your daddy's gone.
Poor little fellow.
His darling. He loved us all.
Is there no help that can be got for you?
He wasn't a union man. There'll be nothing for us there. Oh, darling. cried together. Your poor father is gone, and the sun has left the sky. There. Your father loved you so.
Closed.
I wanted some peace.
Shall I leave you?
No. There is so much suffering in the world. I never saw it. Living at Aunt Shaw's. Nicholas Higgins says I didn't want to see.
We awaken when we are ready.
But how can it be right that in Harley Street Aunt Shaw thinks her Indian shawls are of the most importance, when in Milton a woman's husband is dead because he hadn't a shilling to bring home to his wife?
To open one's eyes to the world is the beginning of opening one's heart.
But all this suffering...
Did you not see Mrs. Boucher's neighbours come to help her? Where there is suffering, there is compassion also. Look for it and you will find it.
Frederick! Dixon.
Yes, miss.
I'm coming!
Where should I go?
The attic. Quickly, don't make a sound. My father will be with you directly, Mr. Thornton.
Oh, it was Mrs. Hale I came to see. I brought her some delicacies. My mother said she had little appetite.
I'm grateful, but she is much weakened. She is sleeping.
Of course. Forgive me. That is to say, I do hope that you will call upon me if I can be of any assistance.
I shall tell my father. We are most grateful.
Good day, Miss Hale.
Good day. Let's hope not. Mr. Thornton is a magistrate. You'll be well acquainted with the law.
We must say your mother is too ill for visitors from this day on.
Gone.
Come up. You can see for miles.
Oh.
Ooh, cobwebs. There's a slate missing. You can see where the town finishes and the fields begin.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be marvellous to be able to fly?
To be free.
When I went away, you were such a small child. Thought I would return in a year. This may be the only time I will ever see my home again.
Mother has grieved for the loss of you every day. I could never have filled your place.
No, Margaret, you have done so much more than that. I see now how they both rely upon you, entirely. You are stronger than all of us. But what is it that you want?
Me?
What life do you long to lead?
I shall need to take care of Father after, when Mother is no longer here.
I've been thinking, if I could find a way to stay...
No, Frederick, you must escape and live. Marry, have a family of your own. That is what Mother wants, more than anything.
There is a girl who I love.
Fred?
She is Spanish. So now I am a Catholic.
Oh.
I've not had the courage to tell Father yet.
For you. I am.
Is it wrong to have happiness at a time such as this?
No. How could something so good ever be wrong?
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul.
We're here, Mother.
Me in the paths of righteousness.
We're all here.
For his name's sake. Yea,
Dixon,
though I walk through the
come
valley
in.
of the shadow of death.
Sit with us. Hold her hand.
I can hear you now, ma'am. In Sir John's gardens. You were the most beautiful of all the girls. The best of women. And I loved you so.
Poor father.
Will I bring him tea?
No, leave him be.
It's gone. She cannot hear him now.
She is dead, but I will still talk to her too. Don't tell me I can no longer talk to her.
No. We can. Speak to her. We will. And she will hear us. She is not taken from us. She is alive in our hearts. You speak to her all you like, my poor, poor girl.
Fred. To be near you, Father. You know as much. When did she ever want to be anywhere but near you? Oh, excuse me, Mr. Higgins is waiting. I'll speak with him. Mr. Higgins.
I'm sorry for your loss, miss. A mother is a precious thing indeed.
Yes.
I picked some flowers for her. Only a few, mind, but they're handsome. My Bessy would have wanted you to have them.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Higgins. They're beautiful.
Good day, miss.
The house now, Margaret.
Oh, yes. I'll just leave these flowers for Mother.
Your father was a vicar, if I'm not wrong. Back in Helston.
Forgive me, do we know each other?
Oh, no, miss. Not been introduced. I'm lodging, see, at the Golden Dragon, and someone said there was a funeral for a Hale. It's not such a common name. I was once aboard a ship, had a young officer by the name of Hale. What was his name? William, was it? William Hale? Oh, I've got it. Frederick. That's it. Had a spot of bother on his ship, I think.
My mother was buried today.
Forgive me, miss. I thought I'd ask. It would have been a strange coincidence if it were the same family.
Yes. It would.
You cannot expect me to run away on the day of my mother's funeral, which I could not even attend.
My boy, you must go. It is very bad at a time of such loss to lose you, but the risk is too great.
Perhaps the man's intentions were innocent.
Or perhaps he's looking for a reward.
Oh, damn it.
Mother would not want you to sacrifice yourself for her.
I'll face it out and stand my trial.
No, you would not find justice.
Must I run away forever?
You have a new life now. In Spain. You will marry and have children, and that is as it should be.
My boy, let me lay my hand on you. Always at your side. May you dwell in his light now and always.
With you to the station.
Go. Go.
Walk close to the hedges.
I wish you had not come with me.
I must know you've caught your train safely. I'm quite able to return alone.
I will write to your friend Mr. Lennox. Surely there is a way to prove my innocence. He's a lawyer. He will help us.
To the station like any other brother and sister, simply waiting for a train. As far as we can. It will be quieter there.
I can't bear to think how lonely you will be if anything should happen to Father.
There's been so much change in my life in the last year. I try to think only of the present.
any man who works for me paying money to the union. I made that quite clear. If they want work, they'll have to accept it.
You've always been a man of firm will, Henderson.
The way I see it, Thornton, we either snuff out all this troublemaking once and for all, or we only have ourselves to blame. Isn't that Miss Hale? I remember the joy of a passionate goodbye from the days of my youth.
Oh, Henderson.
She will certainly be carrying a torch for that young man. She's clinging to him for dear life.
Let's move on. I have no wish to spy on the lady.
Oh, Frederick.
Mr. Hale, is it? Or should that be Lieutenant Hale?
Who the devil do you think you are? Take your hand off me!
Not so fast. You got a visit to make to the constabulary, if I'm not wrong.
I said, stay back!
Too late for that. I remember you, young sir. You set us adrift with the captain and care not whether we lived or died. You're gonna swing for this, and I'll have my prize.
Frederick! The train!
For the last time, let me go!
Not likely.
Let go! Oh, my God.
Go. Go!
There's a man hurt here! Excuse me!
It was terrible, Dixon.
It was not Master Frederick's fault. Not if he was attacked.
But he pushed that man and he fell.
Is it wrong of me to be glad Master Frederick got away?
Whoever can that be?
I'll go.
No. Let me.
Evening. Miss Hale, is it?
Yes.
Inspector Lowry. I'm sorry to disturb you at this time of night. A man has been hurt at the railway station this evening.
I'm sorry to hear it, but I don't understand.
I've been told that you were there, miss. It's a bad business.
The poor gentleman, is he recovering?
Unfortunately not. He fell from the platform and hit his head. The gentleman is dead.
Margaret was played by Patsy Ferran, John Thornton by James Cartwright, and Mrs. Thornton by Pooky Quesnel. Mr. Hale was Paul Chahidi, Mrs. Hale Ruth Everett, Frederick Colin Ryan, and Dixon Felicity Montagu. Higgins was Sean Gilder, Boucher Lloyd Thomas, Mrs. Boucher Evie Killip, Lennox Luke Nunn, Henderson David Hounslow, the old man Roger Ringrose, and the Inspector, Jonathan Forbes. North and South is dramatised by Lin Coghlan and directed by Sally Avens. It is a BBC audio production for Radio 4. North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. Dramatised by Lin Coghlan. Episode 3.
Yes? Good morning, sir. Inspector Lowry.
Of course. How are you?
If you'll forgive me, sir, you'll be aware of the death which was reported at the railway station last night.
There's much talk about it in the town. How can I help you, Inspector?
The station guard was certain, at least he was at first, that he saw Miss Hale at the station walking with a young gentleman. But she denies it.
I see.
Seeing as you're friends with the family, I thought I might make so bold as to ask if... well, it's always difficult to deal with these cases of disputed identity.
She says she wasn't there.
Yes, indeed. That's why I thought I would ask your advice, given that she's a respectable young lady, and known to you, and I was your magistrate.
You're quite right. Don't take any further steps. I'll not delay you more than a few hours. Come to see me at the mill at midday.
Very well, sir. I'm obliged.
Hale at the railway station.
But she can't have had anything to do with the death of a man. It's impossible.
John, you're a magistrate. You can't compromise yourself for a girl who was doing who knows what with some man unchaperoned at right where someone died.
If you knew her, as I do, you'd see the very idea. She couldn't be part of anything so wrong. She's too pure of heart.
Why, John, now I see. You love her.
Please, Henderson, I'm serious. There must be some reason she says she wasn't there. All any young woman has is her reputation.
She's already put pay to that.
After what we've seen in this town over the last few weeks, we'd be a sight better off if we paid more attention to the way we live our own lives and less about how others live theirs.
You're the law, John. Allow it to do its job.
Ed. I don't know if the police care for such considerations.
Don't answer.
I must. Oh, Dixon,
I'll go.
Oh, no. No.
The results of the doctor's examination. I spoke with Mr. Thornton this afternoon.
Mr. Thornton?
Yes, he's a magistrate. He's told me there's not enough grounds for an inquest. The deceased had been drinking and had advanced heart disease. The man might not have received any blow at all. It could have been no more than an unfortunate accident.
I see.
Well, I'm glad that's the end of the matter, and I'm sorry to have troubled you.
Oh, miss, your mother must be looking over us.
Someone must be.
Sir, I've been tramping all day and the streets is none the cleanest.
Do sit down, Mr. Higgins, and take some tea.
Here.
Thank you. I've been seeking, not for myself, but for poor Boucher's family. I set the poor man off on a road that led to his despair.
God bless you, man, for your efforts.
But I've searched all over, and that's what brings me to your door, Parson. I need your help.
Tell me.
Miss here has often talked of the south. I can't say as I know how far off it is, but I've been thinking, if I got Boucher's little ones down there, where food is cheap and wages good and all the folk friendly like, you could maybe help me find some work. I'm not 45 and still strong.
But what kind of work could you do?
I reckon I could spade a bit.
For anything you could do, Mr. Higgins, you would maybe get 9 shillings a week at most. And work is hard to find. It's my way of talking that has set you off on the idea, so I must be honest with you about it.
God help them, then, that live down there. North and south have each got their problems.
Have you been to Marlborough Mills to seek for work?
Aye. The old...
You had seen Mr. Thornton. Would you go in again tomorrow and try him?
Allow me to talk to him on your behalf.
I'll not ask another man to speak for me.
As you wish.
I'll go at it tomorrow, miss. But there'll be more chance of getting milk out of a flint than Mr. Thornton changing his mind. I wish you both good day now, and many thanks to you.
Jane's young man is employed at Outwood Station. She told me something most disturbing about your Miss Hale.
She is not mine, Mother, and I didn't think you interested yourself with gossip.
What I heard might have convinced you finally that your affections for that girl are truly misplaced. Miss Hale was at the station when that unfortunate man died, and she was not alone.
The death has been fully investigated.
Jane swears she was with a young man.
Miss Hale is at liberty to please herself.
I made a promise to Mrs. Hale that I would not allow her daughter to go wrong without advising her.
I do not see any harm in what she did that evening.
Had she been your sister, would you have liked her to be noticed in such circumstances by a servant?
In the first place, It is not so long since I was little more than a servant myself, working in a draper's shop to earn our bread. And secondly, knowing Miss Hale, I cannot imagine she didn't have good reason to do what she did. She may need our help.
What do you know, John? Tell me.
All I can say is I have good reason to believe that Miss Hale is in some kind of difficulty. She may be in need of kindness.
I never promised her mother kindness.
One thing I ask of you. Don't tell me any more about it.
Miss Hale, I have a duty to perform. I promised your mother that I would not allow you to act wrongly without offering you advice.
Mrs. Thornton, I have no idea.
Please. When I first heard from one of my servants that you had been seen walking with a gentleman at Outwood Station, I could hardly believe it. But my son, I'm sorry to say, confirmed the story. Many a young woman has lost her good character by such foolishness. For your mother's sake, I must warn you against such improprieties. They will degrade you in the eyes of the world.
I am sure my mother never meant me to suffer insults.
Insults? What I have said is common knowledge. I felt forced to discuss it with my son.
And Mr. Thornton believes, as you do, that I should be ashamed.
You do not know my son, the good, tender-hearted one that you rejected. All he said to me was, go to her, as I have a good reason to think she is in some trouble. Explanation for your actions. If so, you must tell me.
I have done wrong, but not in the way you think. Mr. Thornton judges me more mercifully than you.
It is the last time I will interfere. I was unwilling to agree when your mother asked me. I did not approve of my son's attachment to you. But when you exposed yourself to the comments of servants and workpeople at the time of the riot, I felt it was no longer right to set myself against my son's wish to propose. You rejected him. But now that we know of your lover, that explains much.
Well, what must you think of me, madam? You can say nothing more. Well, I refuse to justify myself for anything. I must leave you now.
Sir?
What is it, man?
I want for to speak to you, sir.
You taking to following folk about the place like a dog in the street?
I know the masters often have business at the bank. I've been waiting at the mill gates these last 2 days since 5 o'clock of the morning.
What's your name, man?
Nicholas Higgins, sir.
Oh. So you're Higgins? The union man?
Aye, I'll not deny it. Though it would make my life easier if I did.
You like to interrupt the commerce of the town?
Some might see it that way. But a working man wants nothing more than to work.
Well, what do you want with me?
I want work.
Work? You don't want for impudence, that's clear. Why are you still behind me, Higgins?
I'm in answer to my question.
You already have it. Don't waste any more of my time.
You said about me being impudent, sir, but I was taught it was manners to answer when asked a civil question. Henderson will speak to my being a good hand.
You better not send me to Henderson to ask for a character. I might hear more than you'd like.
I'll take that risk. Worst they could say of me is I did what I thought were best.
I've turned away 100 of my best hands for no other fault than following you and those like you.
Master, I promise you, I'd not speak a word as could do harm. And if I saw you going wrong and acting unfair, I'd speak to you first.
Upon my word, you don't think small beer of yourself.
I wouldn't sign the pledge they was asking. I'm a good hand, master, and a steady man, and I'll keep from drink, and that I shall do now, as I ne'er did before.
You want to lay up money for another strike, I'll be bound.
No. It's to help the widow and children of the poor man who killed himself because of you calling in the Irish scabs.
I don't believe you, Higgins. Well, you better look elsewhere. I shouldn't advise you to stay in Milton. You're too well known here.
I wouldn't have troubled you, but I was bid to come by a lady who seemed to think you had some soft place left in your heart.
Well, you can tell her to mind her own business. She's wasted your time and mine. Good day to you. Have you seen that man waiting by the gates these last 2 mornings?
Yes, sir.
What time did he come?
Close enough to dawn.
I told him to get off, but he stood there.
Mr. Higgins? It's me, Margaret Hale. Mr. Higgins, have you no one to help you?
I'm to care for the two little ones till Mrs. Harrop comes. They're a handful, no mistake. The other bairns are looked after.
Oh, here. Here, my little one. Come, sit on my knee. And listen to my watch. Go to see Mr. Thornton.
This morning, he said 'twas a waste of both our time.
He refused you then?
It's no good expecting mercy at the hands of the masters. You're a stranger and aren't likely to know their ways, but I knowed it.
I'm sorry. Was he angry?
He weren't over civil. Hey, come on. Come right upon my knee, lad.
You told him I sent you.
I said a woman told me to go see if he had a soft place left in his heart.
And what was his reply?
He said to tell you to mind your own business. Hold tight, my little lad, while we gallop. I'll break stones in the road before I let these little ones climb.
I'm sorry I asked you to go to Mr. Thornton's. I'm disappointed in him.
Good day to you, Miss Hale.
Mr. Thornton.
Forgive me calling unannounced. I was told I'd find you here, Higgins.
Good day, sir.
I must go. Good day.
Aye.
You told her what I said.
I told her you said she weren't to meddle in out that weren't none of her business.
Yours?
They're mine, and they're not mine.
These are the children you spoke of?
Aye. You thought me a liar?
And the mother has passed away?
More than a month back. She's with her husband now.
And I had no right to say it. You spoke the truth, and I beg your pardon. Will you take work with me? That's what I came to ask.
Impudent and a liar and a troublemaker. And you might have some truth in it, as in the past I've been given to drink. And I've called you a tyrant and an old bulldog.
Oh.
And a cruel master, and that's where it stands. But do you think, for the sake of the children, we could get on together?
We shall have to see, Higgins. But there's one thing we have in our favour.
What's that, sir?
Neither of us can think much worse of the other than we do already.
Say yes to your offer of work, then. And I'll thank you.
Come, shake my hand.
Miss Hale!
Mr. Thornton.
Allow me to say that you were premature in expressing your disappointment to me. I've taken Higgins on.
Oh, I am glad of it.
He tells me he repeated to you what I said.
About not meddling. You had every right to express your opinion. I knew that Higgins would not tell you the exact truth of the situation. He has too much pride.
The exact truth is something few people speak. I've given up hoping for it. You must know I'm aware of your situation. That you're in the company of someone at the railway station and have been forced to deny it. You know what I must think. Can you not say anything to me about it?
I can't.
I am only... If I had any other hope, it is long over.
I know how I must appear to you, but the secret is someone else's, and I cannot explain it without doing him harm.
I wish to pry into the gentleman's secrets. You might not believe me, Miss Hale, after my proposal, but I've quite given up. That's all passed away now. You do believe me?
Yes.
I simply thought that you might have something to say to me. And I wanted you to be quite sure that all is over between us.
I must bid you good day.
It is a great cruelty you are denied the comfort of having Frederick with you.
There is still hope we might one day have him home again. You remember my cousin's brother-in-law is a lawyer, Henry Lennox.
I do. A good man.
He's looking into Frederick's case. If evidence might be found to prove him innocent, then Frederick could come back without fear of arrest.
And you, Margaret, you look well, in spite of your suffering.
She is my strength and my stay.
Though I believe you have been corrupted. Your father tells me you are quite the socialist and a member of the Peace Society.
I should like to stand up for the progress of commerce. You would have us still exchanging wild animal skins for nuts.
It's not everyone who can sit comfortable in his college rooms and allow his riches to grow without any exertion of his own. Many would wish to be in your position.
I'm not convinced they would. It's the bustle and struggle they like. And sitting still is quite an art, I'll have you know. I'd be surprised if there was a man in Milton who knows how to do it.
And I suspect Milton people think Oxford men don't know how to move. It would be a very good thing if they mixed a little more.
You were a Milton man yourself, godfather. I should have thought you'd be proud of your town.
I confess, I don't see what there is to be proud of. If you'd only come to Oxford, Margaret, I'd show you a place to glory in. The dragon?
I wouldn't hear of it. Thornton was my student, but we've not seen him for some time. He's occupied with work, I expect.
So, Mr. Thornton is expected this evening?
We have some business to discuss.
He is as proud of Milton as you are of Oxford. You two must try to make each other a little more liberal-minded.
He's just as vulnerable to extremes, Thornton.
We were thinking, William, that you and Mr. Thornton had taken Margaret's advice and were each trying to convert the other to your way of thinking.
And whose opinion do you think would triumph?
Well, we were accusing Mr. Bell this morning of being quite prejudiced in favour of his Oxford home. Margaret felt it would do him good to associate a little with Milton manufacturers.
I beg your pardon, but I'm sure it was that Margaret thought it would do the Milton manufacturers good to associate with some Oxford men. Wasn't that so, Margaret?
I believe I thought it would do both good to see a little more of each other.
This morning, Thornton, Miss Hale was far more in sympathy with Milton than its inhabitants. I wish I could show you our High Street, our Radcliffe Square. I am leaving out our colleges, just as I give Thornton the right to omit his factories when speaking of the charms of Milton.
I don't present Milton as the model of a town.
Well, certainly not in architecture.
We've been too busy to attend to mere appearances.
Well, don't say mere appearances. They affect us all, every day of our lives.
We are a different race from the Greeks, though, sir. They thought beauty everything. We don't look on our lives as a time for enjoyment, but as a time for action. We wish for the right to be ourselves and to have self-government, not direction from a parliament in London.
But is not Milton, like all manufacturing towns, much in need of government? I hear the workers are in a constant state of revolt.
Hardly constant, godfather.
It is true we had a strike recently, yet it was a largely respectable conflict. In all confrontations there will be an element of rabble.
A respectable strike? Surely a contradiction in terms.
Well, I had a young friend in the town who taught me a great deal about the needs of the workers. She hated all talk of strikes, but I believe she saw the troubles of the workers as a need of expression. I believe her.
Then I am sure of the fact, for I know you have a great sense of the truth.
Does Miss Hale have a fine instinct for the truth?
Indeed. Richard, when the picture frame in the study fell mysteriously from the wall.
Excuse me, godfather. I'll fetch some more hot water.
A sense of honesty.
Yes. Yes, of course. Forgive me. It's late. I should be going.
unsettled by success. Everything seems to ruffle his high dignity.
Well, a man who studies the Greeks cannot be entirely without passion and an appreciation of fine things.
He puts action above beauty. Why, next he'll be telling me there's poetry in the clambering of the steam pumps behind the high street. I'm agreed to come back with me to Oxford. It will revive you after such a sad time.
I'll not stay away long. I have Margaret to think of.
Come in.
Yourself when Mr. Thornton was with us tonight.
Did I? I expect I'm tired.
I remember when I first met your mother, I could never think of a single thing to say to her.
What was she like?
Margaret... you?
He felt obliged, because I'd helped him.
And you refused him?
Of course. I wouldn't want any man to act out of a sense of honour.
Yeah, I can see that. I must pack for my journey. We're blessed to have a marriage built on love. If you are fortunate enough to ever find such happiness with another soul, you must let nothing stand in your way.
Good night.
Oh, miss, there's a letter from Spain.
I'm afraid to open it.
We will sit down and open it together.
Yes. Frederick. He's married. His wife is learning English and hopes to impress us when we meet. He is happy and says he will renounce his country. Spain is his home now, and he no longer thinks of the past.
So, all hope is lost that he might return. Go to Spain?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what an idea.
People travel to Europe all the time. We will go together, and we must learn some Spanish to speak to Fred's new wife.
Spanish?
Of course. It will be an adventure.
Oh, miss, you raise my spirits.
He will have children, and we will still be a family.
Yes.
You look tired, Richard. I'm afraid we've done too much.
It was good to see my old college and remember myself again as a young man.
If we were to meet our younger selves on the road, it might prove a job of work to know them.
I think I'd know him, for he's a part of me, just not all. My roots might be the same, even if my old branches are twisted and overgrown.
Not so old, please. You're suffering from having lived so long in that smoky Milton air.
I am tired, but it's not that. I'm 55. That might account for my lack of strength.
Nonsense. I'm 60 and as good as new. Why, 55 is nothing.
These last few years, I wouldn't want you to think I would have done things differently. I had to follow my conscience, and even though I lost my church and my living and even my wife...
Don't blame yourself.
I could do nothing else.
You are, of all my friends, the one I most respect, Richard.
I'm grateful, but I might have acted more wisely when it came to my family. If God had given me more wisdom and strength.
He gave you the strength to do what your conscience told you was right. We don't need any higher or holier strength than that. Why, Mr. Bell. Oh, Thornton. Where are... I'm rather tired. I'm on my way to see Miss Hale.
Were you not in Oxford with her father?
May I ask for your confidence?
You can be assured of it.
The most terrible blow has befallen the girl.
Miss Hale?
I took her father away in the hope of restoring him. We had the most memorable of weeks, revisiting the places we knew as students. Last night we stayed up talking, and I shook his hand when we retired. I don't know why I did it. When I went in this morning, the poor man had died in his sleep.
Mr. Hale? It's impossible.
Only yesterday I said he would outlive us all.
Poor Miss Hale.
I am on my way to tell her now. In truth, I'm not sure how I may do it. His thoughts were full of her last night. Good God. Last night he was alive and sitting in my study.
What will become of her?
I'm her godfather and would gladly take care of her, but then there are the Lennoxes.
Who are they?
Smart London people who likely think they've the best right to her. Captain Lennox married her cousin, and his brother Henry is the family lawyer.
How might he help her?
He's set his cap at Margaret these last few years. If he's half good enough for her, and she likes him, it might offer her a future.
Oh.
Where have you been, Thornton?
Oh, to Le Havre, trying to understand the great rise in the price of cotton.
This town of industry and speculation. I thought it would be a solution to Hale's problems, and all it brought him was misery. If you'd seen where they used to live in Helston, a beautiful little village.
It must have pained them to come to Milton.
That poor girl. She has more courage than any of us, and she will surely need it now.
I'm alone.
Never. Never as long as I live.
I can't bear it. I'd without them.
I know as you have a clutter of grand relations and they want to carry you off, so we shan't see you no more. But I knowed you'd come.
I hope you won't forget me, Mr. Higgins.
I'll not.
I brought you my father's Bible. He respected your feelings about the church, but I wanted you to have something in remembrance of him.
Think on him.
I'd also like you to have this.
I'll not take your money.
For Mr. Boucher's children, they may need it. And I would not give you a penny, so don't think any of it is for you.
Miss, I remember the first day we met you, me and my Bess. We've gone a long road since that day, but one thing is for certain. You brought goodness into our lives. It's a sad day you're going, but I bless you for both of us and wish you well.
Thank you, Mr. Higgins. Goodbye.
It has been a difficult time for you, I'm sure.
Poor Miss Hale is as broken down as she can be. Yet that confounded aunt of hers cannot get her away from Milton fast enough. To engage with her is much like conversing with a steam train. Now, if Frederick laid claim to her, that would be different.
Who is he?
The brother, the son who was mixed up in the mutiny.
I've never heard of him until this moment. Where does he live?
In Spain. He's liable to be arrested the moment he sets foot on English soil.
On the day of Mrs. Hale's funeral, I saw a young man walking with Miss Hale.
Oh, that must have been Henry Lennox, the lawyer. As I've said, he's always held a torch for her. You know, I thought at one time you might have had a tenderness for Margaret yourself.
I admired Miss Hale. Everyone must.
Good Lord, I had hoped you had a bit more to you than that.
Mr. Bell, not all men express their feelings as you do.
What was mortar piled up in your yard?
Ah, I'm building a dining room for the men, the hands.
Well, well.
At the mill, I put one or two of the children he cares for into school. I visited him one day and saw such a miserable dinner, it set me thinking. By buying wholesale and cooking a great quantity of food together, much money could be saved and much comfort gained.
I suppose your mother assists you?
She disapproves of the whole thing.
And do you taste the food yourself?
They invited me to dinner.
Good God.
I have to say I've never tasted better. Now, every time the dish is being given, they call out to me and say, "Master, there's hot pot for dinner, will you come?"
You astonish me, Thornton.
Well, I've got to know some of the men quite well.
Nothing like the act of eating together for equalising men. Death has nothing on it.
Your room.
Please, Aunt, a fire has been kindled especially for us.
You call that a fire?
Miss Hale, forgive me.
Good day, Mrs. Thornton. Allow me to introduce my aunt, Mrs. Shaw.
Mrs. Shaw?
Mrs. Thornton?
We are leaving Milton today.
Yes, our carriage awaits and we absolutely must not miss our train.
Mrs. Thornton, I wanted to see you again. To apologise for my manner the last time we were together.
Apologise?
And to say that I'm sure you meant kindly, however much we misunderstood each other.
I'm glad you do me justice, Miss Hale. Let us say no more about it. Where are you going to reside now that your poor father has passed? You never liked Milton, I know.
Oh, my niece will live with me in Harley Street. She's almost like a daughter to me. In return for any kindness you have shown her, you would be most welcome to visit us in London.
I never go to London, so I'm afraid I'm unlikely to accept your invitation.
Good day, ladies.
John, this is Mrs. Shaw, Miss Hale's aunt. I'm sorry to say that Miss Hale has come to wish us goodbye.
You are going, then?
Yes.
I told our driver we would be no more than 15 minutes.
You are returning to London?
Yes. Back to the south.
If you should require any assistance...
My son-in-law is escorting us. Margaret?
We must go. Oh, Mr. Thornton, I thought you might like this, as a remembrance of my father. Mr. Thornton was my father's first student, and our first friend.
Oh. Thank you.
We must not miss our train.
Very good, Mum.
Come along, Margaret.
And how do you expect you are much in demand now you are returned to society?
I forgot there was something called the London season. My aunt and my cousin and her husband are out every night.
That's too bad.
No, I like it. It's peaceful when the house is empty. They have been kind, and Dixon is still with me. Have you come from Milton?
Indeed. Don't you see I'm smoke-dried?
I thought that might be the effect of the antiquities of Oxford.
Touché. I was forced to complete the Hilary term before the students would allow me to come and see you.
Well, tell me your news.
Well, your father's house is let, not without trouble. I had to call upon Thornton to assist with the landlord. Jackass of a man. Why don't you ask after Mr. Thornton? He has been a very great help with winding up your affairs.
How is he? And Mrs. Thornton?
Mr. Henry Lennox, miss.
Oh, Henry.
Oh, excuse me, Margaret. I thought you were alone.
This is my godfather, Mr. Bell.
Delighted.
Mr. Bell. Margaret, I had some final news regarding your brother's affair.
Oh, you can speak freely in front of Mr. Bell. He is my father's oldest friend.
Well then.
Oh.
very last witness I hoped to interview sailed for Australia in August, only 2 months before Frederick was in England.
Frederick was in England?
He was with Mother when she was dying.
I had no idea.
I have pursued every avenue to fight Frederick's case, but at such a distance in time, I fear there is nothing more that can be done. I think he is happy now, more secure in Spain, and of course he has work and his wife.
It seems selfish of me to regret it, but he is lost to me now, and I am so lonely.
I'm sorry, Margaret.
You know, I'm tempted to take a turn in the gardens tomorrow, Margaret. Might you be free for an hour that we might have a little more time together before my return to Oxford?
Oh, yes. Yes.
It was I who encouraged your father to go to Milton. I thought the complete change would offer him a new start.
Oh, no, Godfather, you helped him. What else might he have done? And in truth, I miss it.
Milton?
This life in Harley Street. It seems to be only about dancing and gossip and dinner parties.
Perhaps it is the shock of the sudden change.
And the people. Why, at least in Milton, you might see all of humanity and feel some part of it. Here, the servants lie hidden underground or in the attic. They work as hard, I'm sure, as any servant in the north, but they are kept away so as not to disturb our sensitivities. I look at this house in which I lived for 10 long years, and I can't recognize it.
Or perhaps it cannot recognize you. When business demands it, he appears preoccupied of late.
And Mr. Thornton knows of it and has lost all respect for me.
Oh, now surely you are exaggerating.
There was a terrible accident when Fred was leaving after Mother died. It was an accident, but a man died.
Good Lord.
I lied to the police. I couldn't say that Fred was there without putting him in danger. I lied, and Mr. Thornton knows it.
It wasn't your intention to do wrong. You were protecting your brother.
I could only have saved myself from Mr. Thornton's bad opinion by telling my family's secrets.
He does not disrespect you, I'm quite sure. He always speaks of you with high regard.
I don't expect to ever see him again. Still, I don't like to sink so low in a friend's opinion.
He was your friend, then?
He was our only friend when we first arrived. And he brought my mother fruit.
Fruit?
My mother liked him, and my father too.
Godchild, the child of my best friend. But more than that, you are the daughter I never had. Your father knew that when I die, I will leave all to you. I reassured him the night before he left this world that I would take care of you as if you were my very own.
Please don't say such things.
Come, let us not be afraid of plain speaking, my dear. I hope to have a few more years in me yet, and if I do, any inheritance might well come to you at a time when some opportunity has been lost. I plan to gift you a large portion of that inheritance now.
Oh.
Money is not the all-pervading panacea people think it is, but one thing I know is that it creates opportunity. You will be empowered to make your own decisions, to be the mistress of your destiny, and no longer dependent upon your Aunt Shaw.
I cannot accept, Godfather. I would never have expected...
Exactly. You expect nothing of this world and trust instead in your own intelligence and good character. That is why I know you will use this gift wisely. And it gives me pleasure to help you, Margaret. So, say nothing, we'll simply press ahead and speak no more about it.
I have never
heard of such a thing in my life. Mr. Bell? An inheritance? He isn't even dead. Hush, Tiny, on your cushion. You're not even 21. Henry, what is to be done?
Mr. Bell appears to be a sensible and industrious gentleman, and everything drawn up in this document is legally acceptable.
You can invest it. We'll ask Captain Lennox. He did very well out of tea. But really, I've never heard of such a thing.
I would be happy to give you any legal advice you might require, Margaret.
Thank you.
I told your Aunt Shaw that I have tickets for the opera tonight, but sadly she can't come. I wondered, would you like to accompany me?
Oh, do go, Margaret. You can tell me all about who was there.
I shall have you home by 11.
I should have known the children would be in their beds.
It's no matter, sir. Sit you down by the fire. I'll brew us some tea.
Thank you. How do you manage it?
The way I see it, sir, if there's a storm coming, crying about it will do no good. And if the storms come, all we can do is wait for it to pass.
You're a philosopher, Higgins.
You've had many a woeful luck these last few weeks, sir.
Have I?
We hear his business is bad. Henderson's not got orders, and Slack the same.
The market's down. America's changed everything. And yet we must keep spinning. It's the way of things.
The old parson would have had something to say about the state we're in, to comfort us.
Mr. Hale. Oh, yeah. He was wise. I wish I'd not been so busy and might have spoken with him more.
Miss Hale?
Oh, yes. I saw Mr. Bell. She's well and among friends.
Get married?
There is some talk of it, with a connection of the family.
So, she won't be coming back this way?
No.
And the young gentleman, the brother, did they get him cleared with the law?
The brother? Was he here?
He came when the parson's wife was poorly. I only knowed it because of the poor lass being broken-hearted and telling me when the parson died. I should have kept silent.
No. I'm glad you told me. Huh. But she was always a true and honest woman. That once. May God forgive me for it.
There's not a man alive without regrets, Master.
Yes. There you have it right.
Yes, it was splendid.
I had a friend in Milton. She'd never been further than the town. I was thinking what she might have said about the opera.
You speak fondly of Milton.
My aunt can't understand it. She thinks it a dreadful place.
But not to you.
I'm surprised how much I miss it. I could always visit. Perhaps I will.
Things are greatly changed since we last spoke. Since I last told you of my feelings for you.
I was too young then. Cold and uncaring.
You are a woman of independence now. And it will be some years before I might provide the life you deserve.
I must answer for my own life, Henry. As my father took responsibility for his.
I won't press you now. There is much for you to decide.
You are gentle and constant, Henry. You deserve a better woman than I.
Impossible. But say any more.
Henry.
Please. Come. Let us walk home by the river.
John?
I'll go directly to the mill. done all I can to protect the men, to pay them, whatever might come.
What are you afraid of?
I've made a speculation. There's nothing else that could be done. We are saved.
And if it fails?
My creditors and the men will be protected, but we will lose everything, even the house. But please try to understand.
To put right your father's faults than to make us a living. Other people prosper and grow rich. I sometimes wonder what justice has come to. And that woman broke your heart.
Please, Mother.
But though you and I might be beggars, you will never be less to me than my precious good boy.
I'm sorry, Mother. Sorry.
Dear boy, whatever may come, we will face together.
Reserved for us at the Dragon.
I'm grateful to you, Henry, for your help. Should I wish to make any arrangements for Mr. Higgins or the children of Mr. Boucher, I'd value your advice.
You think of everyone but yourself, Margaret.
Frederick used to say that you can heal almost any low spirits by being useful to someone.
I've arranged for Mr. Thornton to join us for dinner this evening.
Mr. Thornton?
I gave him the task of selling your father's furniture, and when he offered to meet me to complete the matter, I thought I should invite him. He was a friend of your father's, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
He seems an industrious fellow. It's hard to conceive how he mismanaged his affairs.
In what way?
Well, I hear he's on the way down in the world. Some misjudgment about money.
Milton! Milton! Next stop!
Well, thank you. Although I expect you will find the move difficult.
You're moving.
More wine, Margaret? Thornton?
Thank you. Yes, you may not have heard. I've been unsuccessful in business and have had to give up my position as master. We shall be leaving the mill and also the house. But all has been done properly. The men will be paid.
I'm sorry to hear it.
It's the American chaps with their cheap cotton, I dare say.
That's some of it. I'm looking for work in Milton. I'd be happy to work under a master as long as he lets me get my own way when it comes to how the men are treated. I've had some new ideas at the mill which were exciting to me.
But not profitable.
They needed time, which I did not have.
Well, tell me about them.
The masters spend many hours and days, months, working to find a way to make the mill profitable. The men know nothing of it. They are given their orders and follow them like machines.
How would you have it otherwise?
If we were to take one of these plans and work on it together, would the men not have a greater investment in the outcome? And a greater sense of value and dignity in the work, and I venture to say we should like each other more.
Is the working man meant to like his master?
Liking comes from mutual respect.
Indeed. Spoken those words.
And you think this might prevent a recurrence of the strikes?
Not at all. My only hope would be that they would be less bitter. Miss Hale, when the hands found out my situation, that I'm to lose the mill, they wrote me a letter.
What a curious thing.
And what did it say?
That if I ever got another position as master, they would come and work for me. That was good, wasn't it?
Salt in the dough. We shall go to Mr. Harrods, who is more to be relied upon, and gives the children little men made from crusts.
Do you remember the first time we walked down the street, Dixon? You were outraged at having to buy meat at the butcher's. Hardly the work of a lady's maid. And I met Bessie Higgins for the very first time. If I had not stepped out in front of her carriage, I might never have met her at all.
We are quite changed by our circumstances.
I'm glad of it.
And you are the mistress now, without even a husband to answer to.
Grateful, Henry. And I shall need you with me.
Sadly, I've been called back to London. I shall catch the midday train.
Oh. Henry, through everything, you have been my loyal friend.
Well, I'm delighted to have been of use.
Please, you've been kind to me. And you invited Mr. Thornton last night. I think you knew it would be good for us to meet again.
He's an unusual man, Thornton. And this town, it has a special place in your heart. I can see that now. I must go. Goodbye, Margaret.
Henry.
I mustn't miss my train.
Your message. Well, you surprised me with the location of our meeting.
I used to walk up here with my father. It's a fine view of the town, don't you think?
Yes.
We would stand here and think of all the lives unfolding beneath us. If given the chance, he would have done his best for every one of them.
His parish at Helston. I went there.
You went to Helston?
You always spoke so fondly of it. Look. The rose.
Oh.
I was hoping I might find a trace of you both still present there. Isn't that what they say? That we leave something of ourselves behind in the places we've loved?
I wish Mr. Lennox was here to explain.
Explain.
He tells me things are bound to change for you in the town. That the state of industry always turns and turns again.
Perhaps. But half my life is gone and there is nothing remaining of my wasted opportunity.
Hardly wasted. You have achieved so much.
I think not.
I met with Mr. Higgins. The men think very highly of you.
I'm glad of it.
It would be purely a business arrangement. Mr. Bell tells me you could make a better investment with my £18,000 than it would ever achieve, laying unused in the bank. I wouldn't expect you to say anything just now.
Miss Hale.
Yours is the best mill in the town. Anyone can see that. Why, it would be a dreadful shame to see it fail.
Miss Hale, don't you see what you've done? You've remade me. All that I am now is because of you.
If I remade you, then you've done the same for me. I came here thinking I understood everything when I didn't even understand myself. My father could see I loved you before I did.
You love me.
It took me to lose your good opinion.
It's meant everything to me to win yours.
John.
Margaret, marry me.
I will.
Oh. Marrying that man.
What will your mother say?
He's marrying that woman. Oh.
And this town. This smoky, noisy, clattering town. I bless it and thank it with all my heart, for it drew us together.
Then I shall bless it too. Every brick and chimney and loyal old cart horse.
Every man and woman. To the glorious, beautiful north.
To the north. And to the south, because it made you Margaret Hale. And for that alone I will praise it always.
By Elizabeth Gaskell, Margaret was played by Patsy Ferran, and John Thornton by James Cartwright. Mr. Hale was Paul Chahidi, Mr. Bell, Roger Ringrose, Mrs. Thornton, Pooky Quesnel, Higgins, Sean Gilder, Dixon, Felicity Montagu, Henry Lennox, Jonathan Forbes, Aunt Shaw, Joanna Monro, and Henderson, David Hounslow. North and South was dramatised by Lin Coghlan and directed by Sally Avens. It was a BBC audio production for Radio 4.